Hello everyone, this is Ahmed Mahmoud from DataMindAI AI. I'm going to present today a demo on AI readiness, and this is part of a series of AI ready, business ready, decision ready series, which you can find it in YouTube and LinkedIn articles and in my website as a blog. And also in GitHub, the code in order to understand what AI Ready is all about. I produce also a code which you can play with your data, with the dummy data as it is, as it were, and then we will take it from there. And first, though, we need to do the prerequisite, what you need in order to work on this script or GitHub starter kit. So first is first, you need to have installed Conda. I'm using Conda here, but you would Anaconda that is, and you can also use it in Visual Studio Code. And also I prepared another one for if you want to use it in Azure Databricks or Databricks General, as it were. So there is a couple of ways in order to go through this demo, and today we'll just start from the installing Anaconda. So first, let me take you to the Anaconda website. So if you go to anaconda.com download success, you'll find, of course, you need to sign in or create an account, or if you want to use only Miniconda, though, I don't think you need to create an account. I think it's optional, the account, creating an account. But you would have two Anaconda distribution. One is like the Anaconda distribution is very big. It has, as you can see from their website, it has 8,000 libraries, Jupyter Lab, and a lot of things which is included R as well. If you work in R, and it is mainly to do with data science. There's a lot of tools for data science in practices or discipline. The one we are going to use today, though, which is a Miniconda, which is a minimal installer with just Python and Conda and other essentials. So if you can go and download and install it, what you will find is like it will be installed in your machine, and when you start your machine, for example, you will see it like Anaconda prompt. Also, there's a navigation, so you can run it as it were. I mean, you can run it in the prompt. So because you run it, I've already done the main part of it. So let me go through that one with you. What I have done already. So first is first. What we need to do is you need first, of course, to make sure that you have the Conda installed in the machine. So what you do is like if you say Conda and the version, if you see a Conda version, which means the Conda is installed, and that is good for your demo, for this demo, or for the installation has been successful, as it were. So you have Conda in your path, as it were. Yeah. So that's first, and then once you open and you just find the version or make sure that it's been installed in the machine. What I've done is like I have created a folder called 00 AI projects. So I CD to that folder. So I'm going to work there. And in that, I'm going to go to my GitHub and bring this URL. So if you go to the GitHub, we can find the code here. This is a GitHub with DataMindAI AI-Readiness Starter, this repository in GitHub. And if you can go here, of course, everything is, you can see it here, but you can bring whatever in this repository into your machine. So as you can see here, it has like four folders like data, document, notebook, and source in here, and in each of them, like the data is like the dummy data sits here, and the notebook which we are going to work closely there. So first, let us bring it. Let us bring the code. So we need to be like in the HTTPS, and therefore we can copy this URL in HTTPS, and then we can go to uh, the conda in prompt, or the conda prompt as it were, and then if you can see, I have git clone, and then you paste it here, and then the of course you should have installed git in your machine, so git should be there already configured to work with the GitHub as well, and therefore and then you can do the cloning of the repo which you said before. So once you've done that bit, which means all the codes, the folder, the files will be downloaded into your machine into a directory called DataMindAI-AI-Readiness Starter. And if you can go to the CD to that one, to CD to this folder, then what happens is like you will be working in that one, and this will be your root directory for the project, for the one we are going to do demonstration today. Now, what you need to do is like you need to create an environment in that one to work in Python, so that you want to separate your other systems, your other installation. For example, if you have a need to have different versions of Python. One project might need Python 3.1, another project might need 3.12, and another one 3.10, and so on. So it is a good idea to have them in a separate environment so that they don't affect each other, or they don't make a problem for you by being dependent. Or once you've done, if you want to go 3, probably they might conflict, and then your script might not work properly. And therefore, what you need to do is that you need to create a separate environment and install all you need packages, Python code into that environment. That's what we are doing here. We're saying conda create this. We are installing now. We're saying Python 3.11 in this environment. So when we install that bit, as you can see, a lot of things will be happening. It will install all these packages you can see here in front of you, and there are versions and so on and so forth. So all of them have been installed, and for it to be working, or to use Python from the conda instead of your machine, for example, in your environment, in your separate environment. So what you need to do is you need to activate this environment. As you can see, conda it gives you when you install or when you create this environment. This is virtual. We call it virtual environment in Python world. So it will create for you, and then it will give you how to activate as well. So to activate, you use see conda activate the environment you created. So this is the conda activate in the environment here. So once you've done that bit, what happens is like you would also need to upgrade your pip, because as you can see here, we have installed the pip as part of the environment creation. But what happens is like that pip might not be up to date for some packages, and some packages might complain, and therefore it is always a good idea to upgrade so that you won't have any problem while we're working in that specific environment. This is why we are just making sure that it is a very small bit, but it is a good idea to do the upgrade of the pip, because it creates a problem. Believe me, that's some packages they depend on certain upgraded pip, and then they complain that they won't be installed. Now, once you've done that bit, then what happens is like this is again a good practice when you create your own Python code. So what you do is like all the requirements for your code, all the packages you need, you put them in one file, requirement.txt, and then you install them together so that, so for example, whenever you do your installation near end, so you will have the same packages like mine, for example, because you are using the same requirements, because you are using the same file. All the one we need is in one place, and therefore it will be portable. Or everyone who uses the same, they won't have any problem. If I have a problem now, we will have a problem as well. So if you don't have a problem now, you wouldn't have a problem, because everything which is required has been placed in one place and it had been installed together. So that is the one. As you can see, there is a long width side of it, and then once you finish doing the requirement text, and then this is probably the only one you might need for installation case, as it were. This is like the requirement installation. That might be the only thing you need in your case. And now what you need to do is like, because it is Jupyter Lab was not installed before, we can also go and install Jupyter Lab in order to use it. So we are saying pip install Jupyter Lab. And once you install that the Jupyter Lab, what you do is like you need to run it, and then it will create a server and a browser where the Python or the Jupyter notebook will run in. So as you can see here, once you say Jupyter Lab, it has installed the labs, as you can see in, and then it gives us like a browser to it. Actually, it opens directly the browser, yeah, without any issues, and therefore you can go to the browser and see work with that browser, as it were. So that's the browser. It opens it in here, as you can see, localhost 88 lab, which is coming from here. Yeah, as you can see, you can see here localhost colon 88 8888, and then lab. That is the URL for that one. So it opens here. Now, as you can see, there are folders here which we are using. As you saw before, we have used folders here on this installation, and what I will do is like I will go through with you what is going to happen in here. So what is happening here? So as you can see here, the root to this one, the root which is the root is, as you can see here, this is the root case, and then within that root, as I said before, the root is like the one we brought from GitHub, and these are the folders we brought from there. As you can see, you have the data, the docs, and the notebook, and so on. So if you can go like to the data, for example, the data here, you can see there is 3 files in this here. We have 3 files, and these 3 files will be like as a dummy data, as it were, just and it has like some problematic data which we are going to see, and we are going to clean up and create another folder. So here, for example, we are going to create a similar good practice the way we do it in data engineering. So we will have like a medallion architecture in data engineering, where you will do like landing and then bronze, silver, gold, or it might be like bronze, which have a raw data, and then you have the silver, which has like cleaned data, and then they have the golden one, which have the curated data, which is data which had been transformed for a purpose of downstream use. So we are going to use similar pipeline in here as well. So that's the data and the folder here, raw, curated, or raw, or bronze. Another folder will be silver, another folder will be gold, and these are the places where we put like the raw data in one place in the bronze, the cleaned one in the silver, and the curated one in the gold side. Yeah, so that's again another good practice. And the other one is like the source one, the source code is here, is like you have a utility or helper file which help us to read and write to our folders later on, and you have a policy we'll see which says which person or which user or which role are allowed to see the data and so on and so forth. So that's the policy side to it. And then we are going to work mainly in these notebooks. In these notebooks, we have four of them, which we'll see in a bit details now. So the notebooks are where we are going to spend our time. We'll have what I'm planning to do is like I will spend them each a separate session. So we'll have 4 sessions in total in here, so that you'll understand what is going on in this AI-ready environment. And now let us see, for example, in the README file, what I have done is like I have put together some documentation and some kind of explanation of how this is going to work. As I was saying before, there is like a playlist if you want to see on the AI readiness, the business ready, and also decision ready series. And you can find them on YouTube. And also you'd have like LinkedIn articles, or also a website where I put like blogs on iReady as well. So you'll see the information in different places. If you are interested, you can follow those lines. And now in this repository, we'll have hands-on companion to the documentation, or to the YouTube, and also to the blogs, hands-on companion to understand better what AI Ready is all about. So it provides, for example, runnable notebooks, sample data, and practical pattern, which we will discover as we go along. Some tools we use, production tools, but we are going to use them today in this session to show you how it works in real life. Now, we have for AI readiness, what I have done is like this. Instead of just moving around and just to give you a focus of mind, and to have like a structured way of looking at it. So I have divided them into 4 pillars, for example, this AI readiness side. So this is like a practical way of looking at it, like organization, how to organize, or how to understand better this AI readiness. So I have put them in 4 basic containers, as it were. 2 of them are like from data engineering practices, and it applies to everything, data AI and non-AI practices. But the last 2 are mainly to do with AI. And therefore, and first of all is like the one we'll focus first was like a trust. We are going to see if there is no trust on your data, then there is no point in doing AI, because what it will do is that it will amplify the problems for you. So if your data has a problem, a data quality issue, AI will magnify it. If it is bad, and it makes it worse, that's what AI will do for you. So we need to be careful. So that's why we need to focus on the data quality of the data. It's not like just changing it here and there, but if you give garbage in is garbage out kind of thing in AI, and then the garbage out here in AI is more amplified. So that's the main issue we need to address. So in here we're trying to understand what trust or data quality and reliability means by giving like a data and see in those data what it is required to have a good data quality. So first of all, we are going to have in that side we are going to have the data contract and validation at ingestion and so on. So this is the key part here. So we'll see how you construct data contract, and we'll see the need of validation at ingestion and transformation. I mean, we are going to look at it from like 5-6 rows of data, but we'll look what validation at ingestion means and what transformation in that sense means, and then we'll have quality gates and monitoring as well. And all this one is like to prevent confident hallucination. That's the whole purpose of this exercise. So we need the data need to be trusted, and therefore it shouldn't have once you put it in AI, it shouldn't hallucinate or give you wrong outcome without you realizing it. So this is number one. So we'll see. We'll do exercise, hands-on exercise on how to see, how to look at the trust and the data quality and the reliability side. The other side is going to be, for example, the control. For example, control and which is in this case it is governance and security. Even though it is slightly, we need to distinguish between governance and security. Most of the time, when we say governance is the issue we can encounter due to our work on it. Yeah. So this is is not intentional, as it were. So while we are doing some work, we might have some issues. Well, we might do something which can create an issue with the data. For example, it might not have the right ownership, the right owner, the right stewards, and so on. So this is internally our side. This is the governance side, but the security side is like a threat from outside. So you need to make sure that people who should not have access shouldn't get into your system. So we will do for that purpose policy-based access control, and then we will create a policy, dummy policy, and we will work out how we will do the control so that other people cannot access the data. So what we will try to establish here is when we try to create an AI solution, agentic AI especially, so what you need to do is the people who are not denied access or does not have permission shouldn't have permission on your AI. So that's the thing we need to establish. So that's what you need to be. Are we ready for that kind of exercise as well? Because once it is in AI, you don't know what is happening to your data. So your data need to be secure and well governed. And also we need to have we know in database sense, you have row level and column level security, and then we will see in a very basic way how to enforce in a code those ones. Now the last two, as I said before, they are related to AI agencies or AI, which is the context, and all the context in here. The semantic and meta are critical because AI wouldn't know if someone says UK, probably as human you will understand it is United Kingdom, but for AI it doesn't mean anything. UK is UK. So and therefore you need to give the dictionary the knowledge about what UK means or what for example API means, what specific acronyms within your organization, what does it mean? So you need to have a business glossary so that you can feed it to the semantics, so that when it does a vector search, a vector database, then it will have a proper understanding, because a vector for UK and United Kingdom is not going to be the same. So we need to make sure that UK and United Kingdom is the same, and then when the vector is created, it will going to create the same thing, and therefore repo. When AI learns, it will learn that UK and the United Kingdom is the same. So that's the key part here. So we need to make sure that we are ready for those kind of environment. And then also you might have like metadata about the data about the data. So you might have a value, and then you need to, whether it's an integer and where it looks and where we can find them and so on. I mean, the metadata is a critical part of it, and therefore we need also feed into the AI those metadata so that AI can understand about the data. Because the whole idea of the metadata is to describe the data itself in a very precise manner. So that is the definition of a data, the data type and the size of it and what have you. Different kind of information about that specific data. So also you have the lineage from where did you come the data and what happens in the process of the data and all these things. I mean, will create semantic means meaning about the data, and it gives you like a meaning or a context where the data lives. So all this stuff. Also, we're going to have an example of that, and also we're going to look at on this. And of course, the other area is like the feedback or closed loop learning. So whenever there is some error, and you should have like a feedback mechanism so that the AI can learn from that error, and then you need to have you shouldn't have like a drift behavioral drift over time. Things changes, and then the mean also changes, and also the your AI also is going to change, and therefore these are very critical side of it, and we are going to see how they work in the AI environment. So in terms of architecture, I mean, it is very important to look at the holistic view of what you are doing here. So for example, the notebook should align with this holistic view, as it were. So you have the data source, you will have like an ingestion and process inside of it, and then you have the Medallion architecture, which we said before. We have semantic knowledge and layer, and the AI application at the end of it. So which means which is going to map to governance, security, observability, and feedback spans throughout the stack. So, for example, this is how how does it look like in terms of for example, this is your data source, and in here it's very important, as I said before, about access control. People who have permission should also flow to your data, that permission, that access control, that compliance, that data policy within the data itself. So from the data source, we need to ingest all these access control, compliance, and data policies. And then you will have an ETL process or data pipeline where you feed your data into, as you said before, into these medallion layers. The medallion layers, as I say, it is like first your data will go to the bronze layer, of course, and then your data will go to the silver layer, and also your data will go to eventually to gold. So the raw data, and then the cleaned data in the silver, and then the curated, which is transformed data in gold layer. So these are like a data engineering side to it. And then this is the key part here. Once you've done your data, you finalize it, and then you are going to have like this. This is the key part here, the semantic and knowledge layer. This is the key part for AI now. Sorry, and the semantic and knowledge base. This is metadata, the vector indexer, retriever, and so on. All this stuff and the business glossary is done on the curated or data. Yeah. So this is very important. Not the raw data, the curated. You created the data, and then you build the glossaries and then the vector index so that it can be retrieved from this golden layer. So that's again another layer. So once you've done that bit, you have the vector index, because this AI LLM understands vectors and not like your data in the golden state. So So it is ready to be used by your AI here, for example. So that's why we are spending time to understand the quality of the data, the governance of it, and then the semantic and side to the your data. So that's how it's going to look. And in the process, as we were talking about the feedback process, there's always be a continuous improvement cycle as well. So from the beginning to the end, on each side you'll have, as you can see, continuous improvement of each of them. So that's the side to it. So as you can hear, and it's very important to show here, we have the governance and security element to it. So we have this from the source here, and then you have once you build them, you need to have like observability and feedback about them as well. So that's the key side to here, for example. So that's what you are going to see. So in a nutshell, that's what you are going to build. And I have built like, as I said before, one was for Visual Studio Code. If you are comfortable with Visual Studio Code, you'll have a way. If you are comfortable using Conda the way I showed you today, you can use Conda. Also, the code also can be run into Databricks as well. So you can use Databricks to run this code as well. So as you can see here, if you are using Visual Studio Code, have also given some information on how to use them. Um, and then, for example, you can see here you need to create the environment, and then after that you need to activate that environment. And you need to install the requirement. The one I said before, this is the only installation you need in Visual Studio Code, for example. That's what we're talking about, the requirement.txt here. And then you have you can open the notebook and run them, because the code are there in the notebook, and you can run one at a time. And you can also, there's also an element on how to use the data brick here. Where I'm not going to go through it today. We'll go through that one in the next session. Now, the notebook itself, as I showed before, it has 4 sections, 4 codes, as it were, or 4 notebook, or Jupyter notebook, as it were. So the first one, as you can see here, the first one is the trust data quality side to it. So in here, you can see the trust data quality side, and you'll have for that one, you are going to see data contract, great expectation for validation, and quality gates. So that's what you are going to do exercise, so that you understand how the data quality works. And then the end output will be like a silver or curated data from here. So once we do the curated data, then what we will do is like we'll have, as you can see, the control and security side, the governance side. So I provided like some kind of policy. So you could have policy check ownership, the audit side, and row level filtering. So we'll have this exercise, and then we will have like a secure and governed like data set from the output here. The silver will have governed secured one. Now we have secured governed data, and now you need to do the context, the semantic side to it. So the semantic is another one, the semantic. So we will have the glossary. We will add the glossary, metadata registry, RAG ready knowledge base, and then retriever demo. So I will do some demos here. So this will be like the feed will going to be from here. So we'll have the glossary, the metadata registry, and then we will have like the knowledge base. So that, and then after that we'll have the last one will be the close the feedback side to it. So we will have, and this is will be user feedback capture, drift monitoring, and simple retraining loop. We'll see that bit, yeah. So in short, this is the lineup, and we'll have the data is intentionally imperfect. It has duplicate, missing value, inconsistent codes. So we'll see to look how to validate those ones as well. And then once you finish it with them, as I said before, you put them into curated side, which is output from produced by the notebook. And then we have a code for helper utilities, which are going to be used across the notebook. The document side is it is just how-to guide, especially around Databricks. Now, I have also, as I said before, I'm repeating myself here. There is a blog and a video series as well. So I have AI ready data. Why most AI projects fail before production? It is the blog is on my website. The website is DataMindAI with Ahmed.com. AI ready dash data that why dash most that AI that project that failed that before the production. And then the production, the YouTube playlist, AI Readiness for the Enterprise. It is a full series, and you can see them in YouTube playlists. If you follow the link there, you can find the information there. So this repository aligns directly with Introduction to the 3-part series, AI Readiness, and then Business Readiness and Decision Readiness as well. And who is this for, you might ask? It's not at the end of it, but well, it is for data engineers, analytic engineers, AI, machine learning engineers, data architects, and then platform owners as well, technical leaders, those who are designing AI-ready organizations as well. So it encompasses many people. Probably I might have not introduced data quality people who do data quality, and different kind of people basically who are working AI or agentic AI these days. So everyone who want to be involved in agentic AI, even in data quality, by the way, data engineering also it is like a combination of data engineering and AI engineering. So it is on purpose. I have built both of them together to showcase that they work together hand to hand. I mean, you can have different people, but you can be also one person working on it, and therefore it might benefit the one person or the different people who do the job in AI readiness. So this script is or this notebook or this Python code are free to use. You can adapt it, extend it to work in your own projects. So if you find this repository useful, then start in GitHub or subscribe to the YouTube channel or follow the blog for deep dives. Thank you for listening and see you in the next one data quality demo.